Welcome, gaming fans! My name is Shayne Static, and this is Skull and Bones, Everything We Know. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy your time here, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future content. Here we go. Oh, I am excited about this one. Skull and Bones is an action-adventure video game that is centered around the golden age of piracy by developers Ubisoft. Pulling huge inspiration from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, Skull and Bones takes place on the high seas as the player captains their own vessel while taking out enemy crews and taking their booty. Now, this is why I'm excited for this title. We get to pillage and plunder with the best of them on our way to riches and fame. Now let me tell you about Skull and Bones from the words of the developers themselves. September 1717. The British Empire and its European rivals ruled the Caribbean. Trading routes are plentiful, sailed by hundreds of ships, hulls filled to the brim with valuable commodities like spirits, gold, and exotic woods. Treasures like these make the Caribbean a perfect playground for pirates seeking fortune and glory at the expense of the empires. The greatest captains, giants like Blackbeard and Captain Morgan, became legends, shaping our perception of piracy right down to this day. By 1717, piracy had grown so common that it could no longer be ignored. Commerce ground to a halt and trade was paralyzed. So the British Crown issued the King's Pardon, offering mercy to all pirates who gave up their infamous ways, and destruction to those who refused. By December, more than 200 had taken the pardon, giving up the freebooting life. Some of these even turned pirate hunter, like Benjamin Hornigold, a successful pirate who now helped the Empire hunt his former brothers and sisters down. November 1718. From the last remains of pirates, life has grown even more dangerous. Those who refuse the king's pardons are forced to flee farther and farther away to find safety and more plunder. For those who lingered too long in the Caribbean, their fight against the Empire was a losing one. As pirate ship after pirate ship went down in flames in battle, the survivors captured and hung at the gallows, one by one. On November 22nd, the Empire delivered the coup de grace to piracy, cornering Blackbeard off the coast of Carolina and allegedly killing him after a 3-hour battle. With the disappearance of one of its greatest figures, the golden age of piracy came to an abrupt and painful end. The capture in 1720 of Anne Bonny and Calico Jack was the final nail in the coffin for Caribbean piracy. With most either dead or pardoned, the British Empire's fleet relentlessly pursued the last holdouts to Africa, South America, and beyond. At the same time, fresh tales of loot and glory from the Indian Ocean reaches the ears of the last surviving pirates, including you. The legendary heists and epic battles of La Bouffe, Henry Every, and Black Bart Roberts resonate with the ideas of freedom, glory, blood, and robbery. They have convinced you and your crew to make the long and dangerous trip to the faraway waters of the Indian Ocean for one final stand against the Empire. Now, doesn't Skull and Bones sound awesome? Skull and Bones was first revealed in 2017 at E3, where we were given an awesome trailer featuring an awesome mythical beast, the Kraken. Yeah, the Kraken. The gigantic beast that is known to sink unsuspecting ships with ease. Will we be able to fight the Kraken in Skull and Bones? Who knows as of right now, but I hope so. The gameplay of Skull and Bones is centered around fighting enemy ships on the seas and stealing their treasure to board. This is used for getting supplies as well as heightening your status as a pirate on your way to the top of the food chain. To take down your enemies, you have to line up your ship to theirs and shoot them with your cannons. But there will be more than one type of shot. There will be multiple types of cannon shots that will line up with your playstyle, as well as other abilities that have not been released yet. And there will not only be one type of ship. Of course, one to start with, but as your adventure continues, you will be able to pick from different ships with different abilities to as well match your playstyle. From bigger ships with loads of firepower and health to smaller ships that have speed for their advantage. And you also don't have to play Skull and Bones alone. There will be a single-player campaign in Skull and Bones, but you will also be able to team up with other players online for matches that are made to take down your enemies and split the treasures amongst yourselves. But be careful. At one point, another player can be your best ally, but on a turn of a hat, they can turn around and be your worst enemy. The best part about the online experience of Skull and Bones is how the developers are not creating a game that is a pay-to-win. They seem to be implementing the structure of playing the game longer will unlock more power-ups and abilities to rule the seas. A great idea that Skull and Bones will implement is the wind. The wind is going to play a huge role while playing this game by making it easier to attack or play a little bit of defense to win your battles. So get used to the wind and how it is used to your advantage. Ship customization is going to be a part of the enjoyment of Skull and Bones as well. Customize your ship with various upgrades, flags, skins, so that your enemies will know it is you that hunts them down during your gameplay of Skull and Bones. So, when are we going to get our hands on Skull and Bones and play for ourselves? Originally, when Skull and Bones was revealed back in 2017, their window to release the game was in 2020, or in the year 2021. But as of recently, this has all changed. The developers have said in an interview that they have a greater idea for Skull and Bones. But what does this mean exactly? Well, I'm not so sure, but there is mention that Ubisoft has started the development of Skull and Bones completely over. So will this game be strictly a naval battle game that has very limited time on land? Or will they expand upon the experience of the pirate life? I think that they are developing more to do with the land in Skull and Bones, as in us as players will be able to go on land and explore new islands and territories. I also think they are implementing hand-to-hand combat with Skull and Bones, along with naval battles to give us more of an RPG feel. Do I know this for sure? No, but I hope it does happen. So when is the new Skull and Bones release date? Ubisoft has said that the release window for Skull and Bones as of now will be either next year, 2022, or the year after, 2023. Yes, it will be even longer for us to play this amazing looking game, but in my opinion, I believe a developer should have as much time as they need to give us, the players, the best experience that they can give us. From better graphics, controls, content, and even fewer bugs that can destroy our experience playing. So, will you get your hands on Skull and Bones when it hits stores? I for sure am, and I think it's going to be one hell of a ride. My name is Shayne Static, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.